Health is vital to freedom. Without it is a life of compromise. The life I've lived since I was 13. Expression without movement. Alright, so this is a very different picture of me, and the reason why I'm wearing a red shirt is because I literally hate red, so I will remember this video, and when I come back to it, I will know what it's about. Today happens to be December 21st, 1:30 p.m., 2018. And I was supposed to do this video last night. Last night, I was in a very interesting mindset and mood, and it was in a very odd place of self-discovery. And I was going to come over here and sit down and make the video, but instead, I decided to close my eyes and fall asleep, just like I've been doing for the past 3 days. Really resting myself and recovering, and not really focusing on doing anything to improve my growth. So here it is. There's my ankle there. I'm getting a phone call from someone I don't know. If it matters, they'll leave a message. And I'm listening to Bach on Pandora, in which case it shouldn't be something I'd have a problem with copyright issues, because, well, it's like pre-1900s, not even in history. So that's a new trick that I'll probably be using on my videos. That's pretty cool, huh? So let me break it down for you. Last night, I felt very odd, and I felt very cornered, in part because my self-awareness has never really come to a point where I know myself so well. Like, I know there's so much that I don't know about myself, but I know myself so well that I almost don't know anything about me right now. The reason why that means so much is because I'm so comfortable with all of the different things that I have done so far that there's no room for fear in my improvement, because I've basically challenged myself to the point of my environment and my struggles that I don't have any wiggle room to be afraid. I've been through hell and back as much as I need to at this point in my life. So my progression is very short-sighted, and I don't really know what to do. There's just so many options, but so little choices. All I want to do is move up, right? That's the only real choice that I'm looking for myself, is to move up. I don't want to move horizontally. I don't want to waste my time there in this space where I don't get anywhere. And just a moment ago, that's probably what I was doing. When it comes to serving and doing all that, yeah, I was probably moving horizontally and not vertically. But I thought it would help me reach my vertical altitude in improving my health. My spine seems to be doing really good right now because I slept an extra 12 hours shifting positions after having slept maybe 20 hours or something. So all this sleep in a row, constant dreaming, you know, your mind gets into this state of flow and cut off from your dreams. That's quite interesting when you just constantly keep dreaming about all these things that's happened in your life and different interpretations of it. So to really break it down, that's as simple as this gets. There's no way that I can explain it like I was going to yesterday, but I'll try. Okay, yesterday, I happened to be at a very odd low point. Like, if you understand what it means to be low, well, you probably got nothing to you, right? You probably got nothing to all your valuables, what you possess, you know, what you own, You know, everything's being taken away from you. But for me, it's kind of like the exact opposite, right? I don't really have anything to me when it comes to the people that I'm close with, when it comes to the things that actually matter in this world. I'm at this midpoint where I want all of the things that actually matter, and I have some of the things that don't matter, like everything in my room, for example. And what I want to be able to claim is the importance in those relationships, the family, the fun, chasing your dream, and doing those things that are going to call me to pursuing my purpose and being able to give back to the world the most that I can. But I'm missing so much in the in-between. And I don't quite know how to tackle it because everything's been taken away from me, like my job and the ways that I produce an income and how I'm supposed to move forward. I don't have a clear path. So it's very confusing. And I just need to be able to continue to follow and have faith so that I can continue in the right direction. So whatever God is sending me, you know, I'm praying that it's something suitable and it's something that I'll be able to do to be able to get my health back. Because I know that the quickest route for anything for me to be able to really live is to have my health back, and maybe, you know, God wants me to suffer a bit more. And I don't know how many years that's going to be, but maybe that's what he wants, you know. I've got these thorns in my body, and I've had multiple thorns in my body, and the fact that I've taken out multiple already, and, you know, I'm just dealing with the most painful one, and it's not going anywhere, you know, it must need to be there for some reason until somebody comes around and is like, hey, I want to help you. I notice you're in pain. Let me take that out for you. And then once I can stand up again and not have to posture myself with this pain, maybe I can pursue these things that I want more than anything. So when it comes to that point, everything is going to change. Like, my freedom is going to mean something completely different. So I want to prepare for that. And I want to get rid of everything that I own and possess. However slow it might be, that's something I want to do. As simple as that. I don't see any point in holding on to anything. It doesn't matter. You get me? So that's what we'll try and do. And moving forward, man, what am I going to break through? I don't know. None of it matters. None of it matters. If I'm not using it, it doesn't matter. That sharpener doesn't matter. Like, none of it matters. You understand? So, it's very confusing. Very confusing why I have any of it. Most of the stuff in here. Most of it. Other stuff has other reasons to hold on to it, but there's no real reason for me to have any of this stuff. I don't use it. You get me? Like, I don't draw. If I were an artist, I'd be drawing on this white sheet of paper right here instead of taking pictures on it. But I have no interest. I have no inclination since I was a child. If I were a sculptor, then I would use those whittling tools and start making figures out of it, right? I happen to know that I'm a performer. And the only thing that I really want to do is make somebody happy through living in my truths. And through being able to provide a reaction from them, which makes them happy and it makes them want to be able to give that back to me so that I can then ping pong it and be like, hey, you know, even better for you. This is what happiness means. As a performer, that's all I really want to do. And for me to develop a skill that excites you, a talent that thrills you, that's so exciting to me. You know what I mean? So that's all I really want to do. And all of these things hold me down. They're an extra weight as a performer, as somebody who wants to travel and be free, have true freedom through movement. I can't have this. You know, staying at home is not something meant for me. I'm not supposed to be this person who is sheltered, who's a hermit crab. It's not my life. I would much rather be a wanderer. I don't know if that's how my life's gonna go, but it's a possibility, yo. Yeah. Michael Earth Osada, the Wanderer, huh? Earth Wanderer. What do you know, man? Maybe in 2 years, 10 years, whatever, I'm actually doing it. I look back at this video, I'm like, who would have known, huh? Who would have known? It actually happened. Ugh. So, yeah. I'm very confused because out of the whole life that I've lived, I've been through a lot. Like, if you don't know my story, there's a lot that you may or may not know. And there's a lot of pain that comes with all of that. And the fact that I brought myself to this point where I have survived and I've overcame those pains, those struggles, all of the suffering and obstacles that brought me to here, I've broken through those challenges and those barriers, and I'm still standing, I'm still alive, and I still haven't transcended all of that pain, so I'm still fighting. And most people, they don't understand me in my point of view because they cannot relate. I've been through too much, and maturation comes through pain, and more pain through maturation, so it's this constant cycle. And I'm phasing myself out and away from everybody else, but at the same time, because of the small things they've been through in the development of my self-awareness, I can read through them like a book. I know exactly what happened to them, what they've been through, and why they're hurting. Do you understand? So nobody can relate to me. Nobody understands me. And it's just the moment that somebody's gone through more pain than me and they can see me, what I've been through. That'll excite me. Because then I have somebody to talk to relate to. You know what I mean? So I'm not saying I need this highly abused person to walk into my life. Or this person who's got like PTSD or has seen some crazy shit. I just want somebody to understand me. And out of anything, you know, losing my job. And let's just make this really simple because I wrote it down and I don't want to go off track. Of course, I can go from my head and my mind and my body and my soul, but I want to make this very clear while I'm skipping these tracks to make sure that it's a Bach one and not something that's new. Here's how I described it in my Instagram post. If you don't already follow me, it would be instagram.com/Michael Earth Osada. Earth like the planet, Osada like carne asada, but with an O. Here's how I describe it. I feel like I'm at a point in my life where I have been stripped of everything I have. And literally, the picture is the point. Pointing to God, right? Everything I have, and I have nothing going for me. My job has been taken from me in less than a week of having it, right? My health has been declining for a matter of years. 7+ years now. And nobody understands me. I have no way of serving people, and I'm stuck in bed with a swollen ankle, and I have no regrets. How can I possibly be satisfied and content with my life now when I have no reasons to be? It's a matter of perspective. There is nothing more successful to me than happily being free. I am liberated now. I have no job to hold me down. Wait, I have to have a job or I won't be able to continue to live. Not only that, but if I don't resolve my health, it'll be only months before I really feel tamed. I want to get better, but no one understands my pain. And I'm at a low with no place to grow from, nothing to be fulfilled by, and no way to get away from it. So, literally, sitting in my room, looking at all of these things that I have to consume, not one of these things actually matter to me. I'm curious to know what would happen if I got rid of all of it. What would happen to me and the world I know to be my room? Question mark? I stopped to think about third worlds and visualize the hardships of everyday life. And it goes on to say, my life is easy. I have everything clear in Maslow's hierarchy of needs except for the second floor. Everything. I've self-actualized myself, but I'm being held down by health and, bodily safety and sexual intimacy and a consistent income. But I got the safety, so everything's taken care of. Now, I've literally got everything going for me, and to make matters better, God's got me. All I need to do is learn how to operate in the present. Then I'll have every freedom, because somehow all of my greatest hardships have given me the greatest confidence in my perspective by gifting me with my values, one of which is gratitude. Now all I have to do is execute to have a life of freedom or die trying. So it's such an interesting place when you know almost everything about you, but you don't know how to get away. You don't know what that exact next step is in the process of how you're going to make your fortune, how you're going to spend your life, how you're going to deliver value and service, and how you're going to be able to continue to grow so that you have an unlimited splendor in how you show up to gift others with what you know. I am so confused, and all I really want is that path to be laid out to me, but I have no certainty in any of the paths that I choose because I'm chained, I'm handcuffed, and I have nowhere real to go because of the uncertainty in my life, because I don't know what my life will be like if I have my health. So it's extremely stressful, and all I want in my life is to have health so I can know what the heck I need to actually do. So I'm trying to pursue this performer, and I don't have a clear picture. All I know is that I need to be a performer. But there's this giant wall saying, that's not possible. You don't know how that's going to go down because you don't know if you're even standing on solid ground. So where else do I have to go from here other than a sinking ship? I really don't know. So I just need the calling. I need the direction to send me into a perfect how and to fix my health. That's all I need. All I need is to patch the holes in my ship and then to hit land. Okay? And then walk in faith. That's it. So there's a lot of uncertainty, and there's a lot of pain. There's a lot of struggles in what I'm going through, and I just don't know how it's all going to pan out. I don't. I know God's got me, and, if I die trying, then good. I lived my life in pursuit of what I believed. It's really hard, though. It's really hard because I don't really have anything important to me, anything that actually matters close to me. My father's continuously getting more and more sick. Same with my family on the other side. They are not doing well. They happen to be moving out, apparently. And the house that I grew up in, lived my entire life, I'm now 20 years old. It's changing. They're no longer going to be there anymore. And I guess the landlord is kicking them out and rebuilding it. He made a ton of money off of that building. So he's just going to upgrade his real estate, basically, which is a smart move. I would do that. It's time. If it's been 20 years, you've been renting to these people, and your land looks like shit, and you think you can make more money, well, I'd rather have somebody else. You know what I mean? Not exactly your choice anymore. That's kind of messed up, but if things have moved on to a positive point, then that could be acceptable, you know what I mean? I can't find a song by Box, so I'm just gonna stop playing and not have to worry about that. Okay, so I think I basically explained it all. I mean, I know myself so well, and there's so much that I don't know. But all I really need to do to be able to break through this uncomfortable zone that I can't even see, this fear, to step into that. Because heck, I am so okay and safe right now that my life is like extremely boring. You know what I mean? Like, I know what's around the corner. As long as I pursue this, yeah. The biggest thing for me that's threatening me is my spine is going to hang me and turn me upside down, and my head is going to be touching the ground. That's about it. And I know that that's coming. So all I need to do is make some money, and I need to do it in a path that's either fast or purposeful, intentional. I'm growing. But if I don't do that, then I'm going to definitely die or suffer to my life's content and not be able to progress whatsoever. So there is no fear. I'm fearless. I don't have anything that I'm afraid of from what I know. So all I need to do is change my environment to have something be completely different and just try new things. Do things that totally challenge me. That's all I need to do. So I'm considering doing actual speaking gigs or something I've never thought of, modeling. Ew. I really don't want to do that, but if I have to make money to have a surgery for what I need to do, then maybe I'll do it. But speaking, I know that it's calling me, and I should have done it 2 years ago when I came up with the idea in the first place to be a motivational speaker. So if I need to do that, I can do that. I can tell my story because I've made a lot of shifts, but I haven't quite reached success, so I don't know how that's going to pan out. What does success mean to you, though? That's the question. That's the question. So who can I motivate? Who can I get paid to speak for? And how can I change a room, an atmosphere, a person's life from one to the other, an entire school, whatever it is? That's what I need to figure out. And if I can make some money doing that, that'll be great. So I don't have many choices from here, but speaking has been weighing on my mind for the past, 2 days, maybe 3, ever since I got hurt, really. And I'm like, what am I going to do? Packed in this corner, can't even move. The one thing that's slightly been freeing me. I've got nothing. The same day I happen to lose my job, I also happened to get hurt and couldn't move. Everything that I thought liberated me and brought me to this place of self-satisfaction and healing was once again taken from me. So I've only got one place to really move, and that's in purpose. That's living intentionally so that I can be able to pursue honing my craft and drastically changing the elements in people's lives. I think if I don't follow that, then more injuries and more bad things are going to come for me because I'm not living in my truth. So I think the greatest way to really grow is to follow my calling, and then everything will ebb and flow, and the path that is calling me will come to heal me quicker than I know it. As long as it's truly being me. If I avoid that, then I don't know what will come. Because it's not the path that was given to you. Not for you to become. So, it's really simple. I think I need to sell all my stuff. Get rid of all of it because I don't value any of it. And I believe that's 90% of the things here. And you only get like half value if it's used, if anything, right? Of anything that you own, if you sell it again and it's used, you probably get like half value. So I don't know how many thousands of dollars we're looking at here, but not that many. I just need to go. Because if I don't, then it's the end of me, y'all. yo. Uh, and I need to pursue speaking. And dancing. And however I can make it happen, we're gonna try. We learned a lot within this past year and a half. A lot. And I don't think working in a restaurant is gonna teach me those roundabout skills. Maybe. But it won't teach me the negotiating skills that I need to get whatever I want in life. I think so. So that's how we're gonna go. I have no idea how I'm gonna do it. Absolutely no idea. I've never even... Maybe I've looked it up once, twice, but I've never really pursued it. So, beyond Toastmasters, which I never even started, this is something new. And it might be something incredible. I don't know. But if I can become a local authority in Torrance and become known, I think I can put Torrance on the map and then do my own thing. You know what I mean? So, we'll try that. I have no idea what kind of service I can provide other than motivational speaking. You know what I mean? I don't have a business. I don't know. They're gonna PayPal me? What? But, if I can have a little more conviction in my life, I think this is the path that's gonna pan out. And, you know, praise the Lord, because I'm still here. Alright? So this is how we're going to move forward. In all the hopelessness that I have been revealed. All of the quiet in this dangerous field. I just need to step right into it. Isn't that scary? Huh? We'll have to find out. You never know until you try, right? Michael Earth Osada signing out. It's 1:57 p.m. December 21st, 2018. And by the way, during these next 10 days, I'm probably going to do some research on that. And I'm also going to edit, hopefully, all of my videos from the past 30 months. That means all of December, that means all of November, that means all of October, and that means September. 4 months, actually. 4 months I gotta catch up on. And I still gotta break through August, so that's 5 months and 10 days. That's gonna tear me apart. Rip me a new butthole. You know what I mean? Like, 5 months of content. Watching videos and editing them, I absolutely do not like that. I don't want to do it. I don't want to spend 10 days of my life doing something I hate. But the fact of the matter is, I am doing it for you. So as long as it provides some sort of value, that's what I'll be aiming for. Okay? If it's something that speaks to you or documents something in my process or what I've been going through, my story, it's an outlet to be able to change your life, I will do it. But understand me, I don't want to do it. I'm not a video editor, videographer type of person. I may take a quarter of the time making the video, 3/4 of the time editing the video. It doesn't make sense. But if I can provide that 3/4 to change your life, I want it. But I don't want you watching my content forever. I want you to use it and do something about your life so you can move on. That's what I want. I want you to change. It's not my obligation to continue to change you. That's your choice. I'm just providing the option for you. Feel me? All right. That's it. Gosh, so much to catch up on. So exciting, right? It's an absolute nightmare. But 2019, if things pave out within these next 10 days, how boring they're supposed to be, things could be pretty great next year. This whole year, I feel like it wasn't a waste, but it was very slow. This whole year of 2018 was extremely slow because, let me break it down for you in phases really quick. 2017, the first half of that year, I was still in college. I was still in college in 2017. Was it really a year ago? Wow. A year and a half, but still. I was still in college. I was working a restaurant job. I was going through the phases, not feeling motivated or fulfilled in anything that I did. People would just pass me by, and I wasn't able to change their lives. I knew it wasn't feeding my soul, and I was actually really sick. Really, really sick. And because I was going through school doing something that wasn't for me, something that was asked of me and expected from other people, I wasn't pursuing what I felt was good for me. So my expression, my truth was really bad. I had a giant red beard around my mouth portraying, you're not speaking. You're not truly expressing yourself. You're locking yourself up. Somatically, my body projected that. So moving forward from there, I ended up dropping out of one class, my English class, and I felt so good, so relieved from that stress because I was staying up every night till the moment before I had to walk into those doors, procrastinating. Like, I would stay up all night and then start working on my thing and then drink 3 giant mugs of coffee and then be tweaking in class trying to breathe because the caffeine was freaking me out. It was bad. Okay. So my health was terrible, consequentially. I dropped out of that one class, and the next 3 classes that I had, 2 days later, I came back and I dropped the rest of them. And that was so liberating that while I was working the restaurant job, guess what ended up happening? I put in my 2 weeks notice 2 weeks later. I dropped that. And then I ended up moving out the next month to go and live with my father. Complete change of environment. And once I did that, 1 week after that, my body just blew out all of this toxicity. And I felt so much better. I didn't know what was happening. But that cleanse, as brutal as it was, ended up healing me so much on the insides. And it was completely necessary. And then from there, it was July, June or July. All of those 6 months, I pushed myself into personal development and I fed my soul. I ate it all up. I healed, I recovered, and I just strengthened all of my weak points and I grew. I was hungry. Now, at the end of 2017, I was a super hungry little guy, right? So the next 3 months, I was still hungry, but I was following processes, and I didn't exactly know how to be able to manage that. So I was learning processes and these certain ways of doing things, and I was trying to reprogram my mind. But when I do something, I kind of do it differently every time. Now, this I didn't quite know yet, that I was a highly creative individual, highly creative person. I like to freestyle my way into things. So after that first 3 months of 2018, the rest of the year pans around and I don't really make any progress in hardly anything. Literally, each and every month is passing me by. I'm barely scraping by, making an income in a sales position for branding and marketing services. And nothing's changed. Except for me better understanding myself and my self-awareness. what actually matters to me. And that conscious effort to improve and better understand myself has led me to this point where the end of 2018, I have literally taken the time, the effort, and the pain of removing all of these things, all of these needles that have been pricking me, all of these things that have been ebbing and making me sore and have been tearing me apart slowly but surely. I'm literally removing the burden of everything that's been on my shoulders for my entire life. And that's called vulnerability. Having the courage to be able to accept who I am, all that I am, and show up to have true freedom through expression and movement. That's what I've done. And because of that, I have become fearless. I have nothing that I am worried about. Nothing consumes me. And everybody kind of doesn't understand me because I've been through so much pain, and more pain means more maturation, and more maturation comes through pain. So it's this constant cycle. And I've literally taken off all of the weight of everything. And I'm in this state of a fully conscious self-awareness where I pretty much know everything that there is for me to know about myself right now, until I break through that next point where there's something that's just so uncomfortable that I've never been with a new environment in, that I have fear again. So I need to step into that fear and do something that excites me, exhilarates me, makes me thrilled to be there. And that's all I'm doing, is trying to pursue my passion and my calling, the things that I want to do, because if I don't do that, then everything beyond that pursuit is going to be meaningless. I'm not looking for horizontal growth anymore, because 2018 was about me doing everything to better understand myself so that I can then move up vertically. If I do anything horizontally that isn't going to help me grow vertically, then it's a waste of my time. There's a difference between being entitled and being self-aware. And I'm on the self-awareness spectrum where I shouldn't do anything that isn't relevant to my gifts and my talents, because if I do, then I'm not developing myself and speaking true. It's not entitlement. It's a lack thereof, because I know who I am and what I'm meant to do. So, the end of this 2018, all I want to do is catch up with everything that I've done. All of the videos I've produced, everything that's gone through my mind, and I have to share with you. The things that I'm going to put up on YouTube, the things that are going to go up on Instagram this next year, you're going to see the development of my self-awareness. And it may take 10 whole days or more to catch up on the 4 to 5 months of content that I'm behind on. But when I do that, it's going to provide value to you, and I think that's what actually matters. And then I'll step into doing speaking, I'll step into doing dancing, and I'll step into being the performer, the person that I'm meant to be, that reacts off of your reaction and feels energized and thrilled to be here. Because that's who I am. I'm a performer. So, if there's anything that I need to do, I need to document my truth, man, because eventually this will break through. Eventually you'll understand what I'm doing. I basically have my whole life on the internet, and it's here for you to use, to consume, to do whatever you want with it, dude. Okay? I'm here for everyone, yet I'm not necessarily aligned with everyone. So, it's an interesting path. It's an interesting take. Here's 40 minutes of my life that I then have to edit for you to consume. 2019 is going to be an exciting upward battle, especially because I'm down here without my health. So, it's either going the quick way, horizontally, to get my health back, or it's going vertically, the long way, to get my health back and living in my truth. It could be either or that I do. The way I'm thinking, it's probably going to be upward. We'll see how we do. All right? Stay true. From how much I've been through, it's got... I'd rather be understood, but I can't do it on my own. I need your help. Will you please help me